Only a few weeks as well to Budget Day. The fiscal watchdog is starting to bark. The Irish Fiscal Advisory Council has its pre-budget statement out. We'll be talking to them in a moment or two. It's a pretty positive assessment, Paul, but they are saying the fiscal window is pretty narrow, 500 million euros. They're saying don't use any windfall receipts to expand spending, as the government has done in the last couple of years. Limited money, Paul, out there. I suppose the question is, what do you do with that money?
Well, I would say, as I said earlier, I think they should look after the squeezed middle. They have suffered long enough now, and that's not just populist rhetoric from some politician. As Leo Varadkar,
it's populist rhetoric from a broadcaster.
No, but it's not populist rhetoric, because I consider myself part of the squeezed bloody middle. And, you know, Leo Varadkar has it's clearly laid down his ground on this, because he said, when he was campaigning to be Taoiseach and leader Fine Gael, he said, you know, the people who get up early in the morning are the people he's looking after, and they're the people who pay all the taxes in this country. They're the people who pay the wages of the politicians. They're the people who pay the social welfare that never changed and was probably one of the most generous social welfare payments in Europe throughout the recession. So give them something back. And that's
what about services?
logical.
What about infrastructure? I know they're complex issues. There's not a lot of money to spend. Infrastructure, the worry is you'll overheat the construction sector. But we do have we've problems with our water supply. We've problems with our transport supply. We've problems in housing. Major problems.
We've problems in our water supply. Hang on a minute, which is going to cost billions, because we took to the streets and listen to the rhetoric and the populism.
Yeah, but that's where we are.
And now we're screwed.
But that's where we are. We have to spend money on these things. We have to spend money on water. We have to spend money on housing. Should that not be the priority, instead of, we tend to sort of cut taxes when the economy is booming and then raise them again when the economy slows down? It's the opposite of what we should be doing.
I think in relation to the water supply, I know that's a tributary off the main argument you were just saying there, but if the water system starts breaking down, the public themselves can take the blame for it, because they didn't want to pay any water charges.